Many imagine Albert Einstein as a human supercomputer, a cold, calculating logic machine churning out equations in total isolation. His actual personality was highly emotional. To Einstein, raw data was secondary. He believed imagination and intuition were the primary drivers of meaningful discovery. When he was 5 years old and sick in bed, his father handed him a simple pocket compass. He stared at the flickering needle, completely captivated. He realized that an invisible force in the empty space was physically twisting that needle. This sparked a lifelong conviction that a deeply hidden, coherent structure existed behind the visible world. This profound, childlike wonder became the ultimate catalyst for his work. It clearly demonstrated that an intense curiosity about how nature functions drives discovery more effectively than repetitive calculation. This curiosity clashed with the rigid environment of the Luitpold Gymnasium where he was educated. A gymnasium is a German secondary school that emphasizes rigorous academic learning and strict discipline. Einstein found the school's reliance on rote learning, the memorization of information through repetition, to be actively damaging to a student's creativity. He rebelled by bypassing the official curriculum, teaching himself advanced calculus and Euclidean geometry by the age of 12. Euclidean geometry is a mathematical system focused on the properties of space, points, lines, and solid figures. He eventually rejected the institution entirely. At age 15, he used a letter from a doctor to secure his release from the school, dropping out to pursue independent, passion-driven study on his own terms. His greatest intellectual breakthroughs followed this stubborn refusal to accept the boundaries of rigid academic authority. At age 13, Einstein discovered Mozart's sonatas. This began a lifelong emotional connection to the violin that would shape his daily life. Music functioned as a cognitive engine for him. He often used the violin to process scientific intuition, famously stating that he lived out his daydreams in music. He taught himself to play without systematic practice, reflecting his belief that love and passion are more effective teachers than a sense of duty. This artistic temperament provided the emotional intuition he needed to rethink the fundamental laws of the universe. Because he rejected traditional chalkboard physics, Einstein developed an internal mental laboratory to test his ideas. To conceptualize special relativity, he imagined chasing a glowing beam of light through a void, traveling alongside it to see how the wave would behave. Special relativity is his theory explaining how space and time are linked for objects moving at a consistent speed. He visualized an observer trapped in a plummeting box in a gravitational field. This person would feel weightless, finding no evidence gravity existed. This thought experiment led to the equivalence principle, realizing gravity and acceleration are physically indistinguishable. His capacity to vividly imagine impossible physical scenarios allowed him to decode structures that traditional laboratories could not yet measure. Einstein was driven by a stubborn moral drive to ensure the laws of physics explained everything in nature with total coherence and consistency. This refusal to accept arbitrary rules extended beyond science. When he emigrated to the United States, he embraced the country's meritocracy and lack of social barriers. He aggressively rejected American racism, calling it the country's worst disease, and partnering with the NAACP to advocate for civil rights. The NAACP is a prominent American civil rights organization dedicated to eliminating race-based discrimination. He appreciated American culture specifically because it protected the right of individuals to think and speak freely without social boundaries. In both his physics and his politics, Einstein demonstrated a consistent, stubborn refusal to accept the status quo. His life highlights the value of prioritizing passion over rote duty to sustain long-term, self-directed exploration. Vivid mental imagery and the visualization of invisible forces often reveal solutions that raw data cannot provide on its own. He demonstrated the importance of protecting one's sense of wonder and maintaining a stubborn resilience against established dogmas. By combining childlike wonder with musical intuition, He learned to listen to the rhythm of the cosmos rather than simply decoding it. Einstein's legacy suggests that groundbreaking discovery emerges when rebellious wonder and passionate intuition work in harmony.